Alright, so I've been doing some fishing and getting some things. I've gotten these good fishing rods and these good bows. But this wandering trader spawned, and he has cactus. And I do not have cactus. I haven't been to a desert. So I'm hoping I'm gonna use my logs, and I'm gonna make a ton of sticks. And I'm going to go and see if I can't make, like, one of those villagers that I have up there a Fletcher, and get at least 3 emeralds so that I can, get the cactus off that guy. Well, these villagers seem pretty stuck, so, why not give one of them a job? Alright, will you buy sticks for me? Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna go grab my cactus, and then I'm gonna get back to fishing since it's raining right now. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my single-player world. My name is Peanut, and I'm here to do some interesting stuff today. I'm not gonna say what it is yet, but it's over that way. But right now we're waiting for things to smelt, so that I can pull something out of this furnace and get a ton of levels. Alright, hope this works. Oh, that wasn't nearly as much as I thought it would be. I guess I need to... I guess I need to find something to build an XP farm, because this ain't cutting it. I don't have nearly as many enchantments as I probably should at this point. Anyway, I'm gonna go show y'all what's over here that I've been working on. So over this away, I have, this is like due north from my area. So over here there is, I did find a village over here, which I don't think that I've gone to save villagers yet, but the village isn't the point. I'm happy that there's a village nearby, that I can grab villagers from. The point is this. This right here is a trench. And this trench goes that way for 100 blocks, and that way for 100 blocks. And at each of those corners, it does that same thing again. This right here is a 100 by 100 block square, which will house my main storage for basically the entirety of this Let's Play world. My plan is that this entire, like, plains area is going to be a massive industrial area, full of, like, big farms and stuff, and then this 100 by 100 block square is going to eventually, not right now, but eventually be dug all the way down to bedrock. And it's going to, and I might not dig it, I might employ, a world eater possibly at some point. Not like a huge one, because I don't have that kind of, I don't have that kind of, patience to gather all the materials for building a huge one. But eventually I'm going to be, there's basically going to be a chest in this storage system for every block in the game. That's the goal, the plan and the goal. And so that's going to be basically an entire series-long project of just stuff that I'm doing, and of course I'm gonna have to update it whenever they add new blocks to the game. So the idea is, for the 100 by 100 blocks, is that there's going to be 3 chests per item, and then there's gonna be multiple levels, of this, like, big storage system. But anyway, I want to at least dig down the first few layers so that y'all can get more of an idea of exactly how big this is, and I can start kind of planning out exactly what I'm wanting to do with it. So that means it is time-lapse time. Oh, I fell. Okay, I promise the time-lapse is coming, but I actually have a couple things that I need to do first. One of them is I went to this village to try and save some of the villagers, but I saw a cat. And I really hope that the cat's still there, because I didn't have any raw fish. I have, like, a ton of fish on me, but none of it's raw. And you cannot tame a cat with cooked fish. So, I'm grabbing salmon, and we're gonna tame a cat, because that'll be important for later. Yes! Okay. Fantastic. I have obtained the cat. And the cat's going to come with me, and this cat is going to sit here. Preferably over this way. And scare creepers away from me if I'm ever in that chest. There's a wandering trader here. I've already checked this stuff. I don't care about any of that. I do want to, before I dig this down, because I did a little math, and if I don't have mending and a way to mend my tools, if I dig this down, I'm gonna have to go through some, like 4 or 5 diamond shovels worth of shovel, or pickaxe. So, I did see over here, in this big square area, there's a cave over here, a big cave. Right here, this big cave. And I actually, when I first looked at it, I looked at it from over here. As you can see down there, where is it? There's a lot of lava there, but there's also a mine shaft. Mine shaft down there. And mine shafts have cave spider spawners, which would be the easiest way to get a spawner to turn into an XP farm. So I want to go explore as much of that mine shaft as I can. And see if I can't find, like, a double cave spider spawner that's roughly at the same level would be very nice. And I really want to explore the mine shaft that's over there, because I don't risk, running into the deep dark in the ancient city, and making shriekers go off on accident, possibly like through walls when at the mine shaft that's near my house. There's a wolf there. I have a single bone. Will you befriend? No, you won't befriend me for a single bone. Well, I think I finally found a cave spider spawner. After, a decent amount of time, like, and I mean, I found 18 diamonds before I found a single cave spider spawner. But I've just been walking around lighting up. I have 6 torches left, so might be a good idea to see if we can't dig our way up into this part. This mine shaft, from what I've seen, looks very fragmented. So it's like there was like a piece of it before I found the spawner, and then like the chunk that the spawner is in like starts in this little cave that's slightly separate from the last chunk that I was in. And it just keeps going on. I haven't fully explored it yet. And so I might actually continue. I'm probably going to continue exploring it to see if I can't find any spots where there's like double spawners. So that I can have like multiple cave spiders, or even if I can find like a regular dungeon, that would be nice too. So I was making my way through this mine shaft when I found a zombie spawner. And I am actually much more interested in using this than in using the cave spider spawner, because it's just a lot easier to set up. So, I made a ladder, and there's one minor problem with the location of the spawner, and that problem is that it's kind of directly underneath our giant hole that we're gonna be working on for most of the for most of this series. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it into a farm, just because it will be useful for right now, to get all the enchantments I need, and then, once I actually get to the point where I have the hole dug down this far, I don't even know if I'll go down this far. I might just stop the hole at stone and not go into deep slate, but we'll see. Hopefully by the time I would get down this far to where it might end up destroying the spawner, I'll have alternative sources of XP at that point. So I'm gonna get on to turning this into a farm, and then I can enchant and repair my tools and things, so that we can finish digging out the first few layers of our hole way up there. I also wanted to show y'all all my spoils of war from, searching that mineshaft for a dungeon for so long. Look at this. 50 deep slate diamond ore. I'm gonna do that thing where I put all these up in a big pile and dig it down with fortune. I only have fortune 2. Actually, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I have fortune 3. Because it's coming. It's coming after I get this, this zombie spawner up and running. I have done some enchanting, and I'm back. I'm back up here. My enchantment table's way over there. I do need to clear out some of those trees, so it's a lot easier to get there on my horse. And I also need to breed a faster horse, because this horse is very... He's not the slowest, but he's also not the quickest. It's about the same speed. It would be about the same speed as if I were to run. And with all those trees being in there, it is about the same as run speed, because I can't get through all those trees very easily on the horse. But the reason that I cut back in right here is because this is my last 2 lapis, and I do have fortune 3. So, we're going to take these ores and dig them down to see how much we get, particularly how much of this 50 diamonds we get. So, here we go. Okay, that is a tall pillar of ores. But it also, from this vantage point, does give a nice overview of the scale of this square here. And there's also some copper and coal in there that I'll probably dig up after I'm done with this pillar and add to my spoils. I do see that pillager outpost over there. It's actually fairly close to this village over here. Not close enough that they're fighting them, though. And then you can see my unfinished, like, non-existent house from here. I can see my house from here! Alright, it's time to dig this down. Well, there's actually so much here that it doesn't all fit in my chest. So, we have a stack and 44 diamonds, stack and 40 and some gold, many stacks of lapis, 2 stacks and a bit of redstone, 3 stacks and some of, iron, and then much copper. And that includes the ores that I mined out from the upper part of my hole here. I did also, between episodes, I forgot to show this earlier, but between episodes I made a full set of diamond armor. We have these mending and unbreaking leggings that I found in the ancient city. Which I need to go back down there because I'm like 90% sure that I didn't fully loot it, but I wanted to make sure that I had armor first, just in case. And probably wool would be a good thing too. But I do want to get this all fully enchanted, so I'm going to spend a little bit more time at the zombie spawner, to get all of my stuff enchanted here, all fully enchanted up, and, now that I have lapis, that's going to be infinitely easier. So I'm gonna ride my horse on over, use the levels that I have, and if that's not enough to get everything enchanted the way that I want, then we'll come back. Oh, there's a wandering trader. You don't have anything that interests me. Okay. Well, I got some pretty nice enchants. I've got pretty much all that I need on everything except mending, and I'd like to have feather falling 4 on the boots, but I don't know if you can put those on with Depth Strider. And I'd also like to have Unbreaking 3 on the helmet, but what can you do? I did, though, I realized that I never showed y'all the finished zombie farm down here. So I did a little bit of decorating, and I added a full enchanting setup here so that I wouldn't have to keep going back and forth between here and my house. I have all these zombies that I can kill, and I've got just a whole ton of rotten flesh, and I realized that the reason why zombie spawners are actually like pretty good now since since the Village and Pillage update even, is because you can trade the rotten flesh to cleric villagers, and then you basically get more bang for your buck from the experience standpoint. And it basically turns into a zombie farm. Also is a little bit of an emerald farm as well. So I do want to maybe eventually see if I can't get some cleric villagers down here. Or maybe not down here, maybe I'll keep them up there, but it would be nice to have some clerics down here so that like I could be trading rotten flesh while I'm like waiting for more zombies to accumulate. I have brought more bones for the doggy. Where is the doggy? There's the doggy. I want doggy. Doggy. Please, love me. Thank you. Yay! Yay! I'm going to give you a purple collar. Yes. I love it. Come with me. Oh! I didn't know that they did that with fresh animations. Oh, that's so cute. Little laying down pupper. Oh. So adorable. Okay. You stay there. Alright, I made a scaffolding so I can get all the way up here. And it is time, now that I have efficiency 4 on 2 shovels and efficiency 5 on 2 picks, it is time to dig down the first, like, 5 or so layers, 4 or 5 layers-ish of this. Basically, I want the entire thing to be even with the trench that's around it. So, we're gonna do that in time-lapse mode. Woo! Nice. So, this is the flattened out area. At least flattened out for now, because I'm not gonna lie, that was very, very painful to do without a beacon. So I'm going to get a beacon before I dig any more of this down. But I wanted to show y'all a couple of the things that I have just been kind of doing off camera, like between clips of that, of that digging things down. So I have down this way, I created a staircase because I was going up my water elevator and I heard a slime. And I wanted to try and figure out where that slime was, so I dug a staircase, and it was somewhere in this cave. I haven't seen one spawn since, and I didn't have enough torches to light this whole cave up the first time I came down here. But, so there is a slime chunk at least here somewhere, and I did find out that, like, here, this goes down into space that I've already lit up. The next thing I want to show y'all is the reason why I have so much rotten flesh in my inventory. It's because I went over to the village and I got a couple of villagers. I put them in a hole in the ground and gave them some potatoes and let them start breeding up. And I made 2 of them clerics so that I could trade rotten flesh to them. So we're gonna go over there. It's right here. There's a golem outside protecting it. We'll pop down here. Yeah. Nope. That's a hole in the ground full of witches. What? How did that happen? And why is there's like an actual cleric in there that's like, I'm gonna kill them. Did they get converted by thunder? Because there was a thunderstorm. There's at least one thunderstorm while I was digging. No, I don't want to die. There was just a cleric in here. Did he just get killed by one of the witches? Did me coming down here and like setting their aggro, like reset their aggro on the cleric? Maybe. I don't want to die. Well, I guess now my hole full of villagers is now a hole full of nothing. That's unfortunate. And a third thing is that I have all of these cats. I've been breeding them. I got a second one, because while my villagers were villagers over there, the village that was there spawned a cat. I tamed it. It happened to be the same looking cat as the cat that I already had. So I just ended up with a bunch of the same cat, which is fine. I kind of was hoping for a different one so that I'd get a big different combination, but you know. You win some, you lose some, it's fine. But that is actually going to be it for this episode. I hope that y'all enjoyed. In the next episode, we're actually going to get this project, like, fully underway and start building some farms. So, I'm gonna have to put villagers in that hole again so that I can be breeding them up for an iron farm. But I enjoyed this episode. I hope that you enjoyed this episode as well. Have a fantastic day, and bye-bye!